Hello, friend, and welcome back to Born to Create Soul Sessions. I am so incredibly glad you've joined me for week 2 of our June journey, Glimmer Grace. If you tuned in last week, we talked about stepping into the blue hour, that twilight space where our own understanding falls short, and we have to rely on the next small glimmer of light God provides. Today, we are taking a step deeper into that meadow. We're talking about a human habit that most of us struggle with, especially when the path ahead looks a little shadowy. The intense desire to figure out the how. How is the situation going to resolve? How are the pieces going to fit together? If you've been losing sleep trying to map out the logistics of your future, today's session is a gentle invitation to lay that weight down. Our focus scripture for this week is Psalm 37:5. It's short, punchy, and carries so much relief if we let it set in. The psalmist writes, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do this." Let's look closely at the action words here. Commit and trust. In the original language, that word commit literally means to roll a heavy burden off of yourself and onto someone else. Think about it like carrying a massive awkward crate down a dark trail. Your arms are aching, your vision is blocked, and you're bound to trip. Committing your way means stopping, lifting that heavy crate, and rolling it completely into the hands of a trustworthy Father. And look at the final promise of that verse, and He will do this. It doesn't say you will figure it out, it says He will do it. As creators, we love to design outcomes. We like to see a blank page and instantly map out exactly where the lines go, the stickers and the colors, all of it. But real life rarely stays inside the lines we draw. Think about fireflies. If you've ever watched them in the summer meadow, you know that if you chase them frantically, running around, waving your hands, trying to force them into your grasp, they usually just disappear into the dark. You end up exhausted and your hands empty. But what happens when you stand completely still? When you quiet your steps, calm your hands, and wait patiently in the twilight? So often a firefly will drift right toward you, landing gently where you can see its light. Our worry is like chasing fireflies in the dark. We run ourselves ragged trying to force a resolution. But Psalm 37 invites us to a different rhythm. It tells us to be still, to rest, to let go of the how and the when, and simply commit the path to the one who sees the entire meadow. As you study and create this week, let's bring this truth into your creative spaces. If you're working with the tracker found in the Glimmer Grace kit, we have a beautiful lineup of daily readings that all reinforces the exact theme of releasing the how and resting in His timing. On Monday and Tuesday, we kick off with Psalm 37:4 and Psalm 37:7, reminding us to delight in Him and simply be still. On Wednesday, we anchor our minds in perfect peace with Isaiah 26:3. Thursday brings us to 1 Peter 5:7, where we physically cast our anxieties onto Him. And as we close out the week on Friday and Saturday, Psalm 62:8 and Psalm 143:8 invite us to pour out our hearts in the twilight and wake up in the morning news of His unfailing love. As you color in your daily fireflies for each of these verses, think of it as releasing one specific worry. Watch your jar fill with light as you practice rolling those heavy burdens off your shoulders. Before we close today's soul session, here's your challenge for the week ahead. Identify the one thing you have been white-knuckling, the one problem you've been trying to force an answer out of on your own. Sometime today, physically open your hands in front of you and tell God you trust Him to handle it. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with me here at Born to Create Soul Sessions. I pray your week is filled with a steady, quiet peace that passes all understanding. I'll see you back here next week as we talk about finding evidence in the unseen. Until then, keep resting and keep chasing the light.